This video is sponsored by the fine folk over at SCD Keys. On this channel, we're always talking about saving money and getting great deals, and that's what you can do by picking up a $50 PlayStation Store card from SCD Keys. If you head over to their website, link is down below, and search for a $50 PlayStation Store card, you'll find it. Go ahead and add it to your card, and use our specialized promo code GC3 to save 3% on your order. That'll bring the cost of the card down to $46.64. You can check out and choose your method of payment. Your key will show up on your account, and boom, just like that, you got a $50 PSN card a little bit cheaper. Not only do they have great deals on PlayStation Store credit, they also have Windows 10 and other software heavily discounted, and you can get great deals on those as well. Again, check out the link to SCD Keys in the description box below. In today's video, we'll be going over Sony finally announcing crossplay for Fortnite, and it is launching today in beta. This has been a feature that so many of us have been wanting, and the PlayStation community was a little bit divided. There was a lot of people that understood where Sony was coming from, but at the same time, all the other platforms were offering crossplay, and PlayStation 4 not having that seemed very odd. Well, that is being remedied. Today, I want to take a look at the entire PlayStation blog post about that. On top of that, in recent videos, you may have heard me talk about PlayStation VR and how it has quietly amassed a fantastic library of games with so many different genres and games that are actually very good. Well, Sony head Shuhei Yoshida spoke on PlayStation VR and touted the fact that deeper gaming will be coming. I also want to take a look at a brand new PlayStation headset. It's the gold wireless headset, however, it's getting a new white version. For those of you that are a little bit dirty, maybe you like to eat some chips while playing your game, I'd stay away, but as far as the headset itself, it looks pretty awesome. We've also got a brand new JRPG package headed to the PlayStation 4 later this year of a pretty notable franchise, a little bit more niche of a series, but a series that's been around for a very long time. And lastly, I do want to take a look at the new Mark of the Ninja Remastered launch trailer. Yes, Mark of the Ninja is headed over to the PlayStation 4. Maybe it's a game some of you are unfamiliar with, and you guys need to change that ASAP because Mark of the Ninja was an awesome game, and now it's coming in an even better form to the PlayStation 4. More on that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about probably the most exciting piece of news, and that is the fact that extended Fortnite crossplay beta is launching on the PlayStation 4 today. Here's the official post by John Codera, who is the president and global CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Quote, following a comprehensive evaluation process, Sony Interactive Entertainment has identified a path towards supporting cross-platform features for select third-party content. We recognize that PlayStation 4 players have been eagerly awaiting an update, and we appreciate the community's continued patience as we have navigated through this issue to find a solution. The first step will be an open beta beginning today for Fortnite that will allow for cross-platform gameplay progression and commerce across PlayStation 4, Android, iOS, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and Mac operating systems. We see the beta as an opportunity to conduct thorough testing that ensures cross-platform play is best on PlayStation while being mindful about the user experience from both a technical and social perspective. The post goes on to give some background of the decision, so we'll leave that in the description box down below, but this is very exciting. Even though I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, I don't really care for the game at all. The fact that crossplay is coming to the PlayStation 4 goes to show that if gamers are vocal about something, if you push back hard enough, these developers will listen to you if there is enough vocal outpour. And the outpouring of criticism directed at Sony for this issue actually caused change to happen. That's what you want. Yes, I love Sony, I love the PlayStation 4, but at the same time, they are not a perfect company, and at the end of the day, they are going to implement the business practices that make them the most amount of money possible, and for a while, excluding crossplay was a part of that, but that was directly anti-consumer. And multiple anti-consumer decisions, let's say with the next PlayStation, again crossplay was being omitted, again we weren't going to have backwards compatibility. Well, multiple issues like this can directly change the tide of the console war. And with an issue like this, with an issue like backwards compatibility, with an issue like the lack of PSN name changes, if you bundle all those together, all Microsoft and Xbox would have to do is make more pro-consumer decisions, offer things like backwards compatibility, offer things like crossplay, and next generation we could be singing a completely different tune. These tides can change all the time, and it's good to see that Sony snapped out of it. It's good to see that they implemented crossplay because this is pro-consumer, and you always want to have publishers make pro-consumer decisions, and that's because we're actually having a little bit of competition, and we had that outpouring of criticism, so this is great. I would love to see other games like Final Fantasy XIV be released on the Xbox One and also offer crossplay between the One and the PS4. This just opens the floodgates for a lot of different opportunities. It would be great for games like Fallout 76 to have crossplay, Red Dead Redemption 2. It would be great if every single game had crossplay. That would be the ideal world, and hopefully with a decision like this, we're inching closer and closer to that reality. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about PlayStation VR because I have been one of the people that has been constantly going to bat for PSVR with games like Firewall Zero Hour being released, with From Software working on a brand new PSVR title that looks pretty good. You can see that PSVR's library is really gaining some quality and diversity. We just had the first ever virtual reality MOBA be released on PSVR. There's a lot of unique and quality experiences available on the platform, and Shuhei Yoshida says that we can be expecting more full games with the PSVR headset. In an interview with the Japanese PlayStation blog for Tokyo Game Show, here's what he said. Quote, users will not want a short experience. They will want to have a game to play for a longer time. Based on such expectations, I came up with a strategy of making full-scale games of larger scale in the second and third years. This is so great because if you actually look at Sony's track record, so many times have they released a platform that didn't resonate all too much with gamers. Look at the PlayStation Vita, look at PlayStation Move. They released those platforms, they were priced very high, they didn't sell all too well, and then Sony says, alright, we're done with this, on to the next gimmick. But with PlayStation VR, because they are so confident in it, because it has performed okay from a commercial standpoint, they have stayed committed to VR as a platform, and they are continuing to release more and more games years after VR's initial release. Usually what you'll see when Sony releases these platforms is, for the first year, you'll get some big titles, and then years 2 and 3, they really taper off. That's what happened with the PlayStation Vita, and I was fully expecting that with PlayStation VR, but good on Sony for proving me wrong and continue to support the platform. And best of all, PlayStation VR initially was a hefty $400, but now you can get it for like $250 and get a couple of games. It's becoming more accessible, there are more great games, and I say come Black Friday, that might be the time where a lot of gamers finally check out PSVR, especially with the growing library of games. PSVR is becoming a legitimately great platform, and it'll be interesting to see how PSVR moves forward in the coming years, how it'll be played into the next generation of consoles. It's all a work in progress, but I'm really liking how things are developing. Next up, the PlayStation's premier headset is the PlayStation Gold wireless headset, and it is getting a new coat of paint with the new white version. Now, I have to say, looking at images of this headset, it looks absolutely awesome, but getting anything in white, yeah, you know that means it's a dust magnet. So if you're a little bit more of a sloppy gamer, hey, I'm not throwing any shade at you, but if you're eating chips while you're playing your games, and you tend to adjust your headset from time to time, maybe this isn't the one to check out. But if you're a clean-cut gamer, if you're really proper with your gaming, and you want this headset that looks dope as hell, well, I would definitely get it for that. I have to say that the Gold wireless headset is awesome. It's very comfortable, and the sound that you get through it is top-notch. I believe regularly it goes for around $79.99. I don't know if this premier white version will be priced a little bit higher, but it will begin shipping in October. For someone like me that is a little bit more on the sloppy side, I think I'll stick to my black variant, but I do have to concede that it looks pretty dope. Next up, the Atelier Arland Series Deluxe Pack will be coming to the PlayStation 4 on December 4th. This includes 3 titles from the Arland trilogy, including Atelier Rorona, the Alchemist of Arland DX, Atelier Totori, the Adventurer of Arland DX, and Atelier Maruru, the Apprentice of Arland DX. These are pretty quirky JRPGs, and the Atelier games haven't gained massive traction like, say, Final Fantasy or even a Tales of. Atelier really does fall short of that, and this will be a digital-only release, which I always think is a little bit disappointing with JRPGs specifically. JRPGs is just one of those genres that goes hand in hand with collectors, and collectors typically want their games physically, especially a more niche franchise like this. I could foresee a lot of gamers wanting a copy of this collection physical, maybe even with a cool special edition, but alas, that won't be happening. But these games will be hitting the PS4 on December 4th. And lastly, Mark of the Ninja Remastered has gotten its launch trailer. Now, if you don't know what Mark of the Ninja is, it's this side-scrolling stealth action-adventure game, and it is so good. It was released on last generation platforms, received very well, but at this point it's been a little forgotten about, but now it's coming back upgraded on the PlayStation 4, and I want to go over some of the things that they are touting. A true stealth experience, player-centric gameplay rewards choice, be it finishing the game without killing anyone or assassinating all who stand in your way. The game will of course have enhanced visuals. The original in-game art was compressed to 720p despite the source material being originally drawn at a much higher resolution. In the remaster, they've re-exported everything in high definition up to full 4K resolution on supported hardware. It includes special DLC, adds Dosen's Tale, play as a young Dosen, get new unique items, and an additional story level, and unlock developer commentary nodes throughout the game. Character and background enhancements will be included, remastered cinematic, 5.1 surround, and new game plus. It was also confirmed that Mark of the Ninja Remastered will be dropping on October 9th, so during a time where a lot of other games are they're being released, but I'm telling you, at the very least, add this one to your wish list, and down the line when it is available for sale, say it's available for $10 or less, that would be a great time to check out this game, especially if you want a more artistic stealth experience. So that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Fortnite Crossplay is dropping today on the PlayStation 4. That is fantastic news. PlayStation VR's library will continue to grow with deeper experiences. A white version of the PlayStation Gold wireless headset will be coming. Atelier Arland Series Deluxe pack is coming to the PS4 on December 4th, and Mark of the Ninja Remastered will be dropping on October 9th with a host of improvements. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.